Hey there, Mars here. This is my channel We Gay. As you can see, I am not on camera right now. I kind of fell behind on my recording schedule and I was like, okay, I just need to record, and so sometimes it's just easier to not do the whole rigmarole, the whole setup of my face cam, green screen, and all that shit. And so I was like, okay, I had some hot chocolate that involved some melted chocolate sprinkles. My hot chocolate was very, very thick because of the melted sprinkles. The sprinkles were they're a little old now. The sprinkles are all going on almost 2 years old now. They were for the pubes of my penis cake that one of my best friends made for me. Running my mouth. Let's just get started, huh? Where did we leave off? So, we have a choice. One of our big choices of who do we hang out with. So we can go out and gather herbs with the guy who scared us in the woods before. We can make remedies, prepare potions, and heal those who want it. Find information about the artifacts. I don't remember what artifacts we're talking about. Do you? Continue your studies, rest by the campfire, or go to the mercenaries' quarters. So we do... I just bit my tongue. Dorian. What's his name? We like this guy. We slept with him once. It was very nice. He wasn't very nice to us. But sometimes it's okay. Well, not if they're violating you. But we did not feel violated. We just were like, oh, this guy's maybe kind of rude. I just bit my tongue. Let's go check out the herb guy. Let's just flirt with them all. What do you think? You head for the forest near the camp. I gotta move my chair down a little. There we go. Oh, that was maybe too little. Too much. Whatever. Let me adjust the mic. You head to the forest near the camp to gather medicinal herbs. You do not find anything near the camp. You go deeper into the forest. After some time of searching, you manage to find 4 medicinal herbs. You are not sure if you can find more. In any case, it starts to get dark, so you return to the camp. You haven't seen Will today. Damn it. You wonder for a moment if he is avoiding you. Then you turn your attention back to your gathering. Looking at your supplies, you see that you will definitely have to do another pick or two. Once at the camp, you eat with the members of the caravan and take the opportunity to discuss a little. Oh, that's it? Ah! The evening passes quickly and everyone goes to bed. You do the same. Do we get to see what we have? Okay, we picked up some medicinal herbs, so we needed to do that anyway, so we're good. You spend the rest of the evening at your master's bedside. Wait, she's alive? Wait, Carol comes to keep you company. You tell her how Monica changed your destiny. Your destiny. From future peasant to future alchemist. One thing and the other, you tell her about your apprenticeship. I thought it said spaceship for a second. You tell her about the time you confused saltpeter and lime. Oh yeah, I do that all the time. Your preparation had totally unexpected effects. It had eaten away at the crucible and almost destroyed a good part of the laboratory. Fortunately, your master had quickly managed to contain the disaster. She didn't even blame you. She just encouraged you to do it again. Tears come to your eyes as you think back on those years of learning. She's going to be okay. You said it yourself. You said so yourself. That's right. She's going to be okay. Marf, you want me to leave you? Yes, please. No, stay a little longer. I'll say stay a little longer. I agree with you. You remain both at the bedside of your master without speaking. Carol's presence comforts you. After a long moment, you go to bed and thank her. She thanks you. She smiles at you and wishes you a good night. Not a good night. You spend a restless night thinking and rethinking about Ewen's words. All too soon, the sun rises and a new day begins. So you didn't get any sleep at all? What are the X's? Where people died? That's where we slept. At the beginning of the 6th day, the morning cold seizes you. You are not used to waking up in the mountains. Despite the cold and your sadness, the beauty of the morning light on the mountains warms your soul. The camp is quickly raised and the caravan takes the road again. The landscape remains mountainous all day long. Valleys and passes follow one another. The mercenaries, very vigilant, and the beginning of the day visibly relax during the day. You mentioned this to Carol, who has joined you. Yes, we are in the zone secured by the Halmont forces. The risks of attacks are lower here. The caravan makes a stop at the end of the afternoon in a grassy mountain pasture overlooking a forest. It's hard for me to remember that the face cam is off because I keep wanting to look over and look. Well, sometimes I'm actually looking at the camera, but sometimes I'm just looking at myself in OBS, which is the software I'm using to capture the game and face camera. And so usually I look at myself when I'm telling stupid jokes, but sometimes I do remember, like, oh, I'm not supposed to look at myself, I'm supposed to look at the camera. But anyways, there's no camera today. Already? You remember having come across few places suitable for camping. My eyes. What happened to them? Yes, we won't reach Halmont before nightfall. You see Ewan joining you. I do. Oh, right, she's her master. Wait, they are wearing sleeves. Okay, I was confused. I thought that was their skin. So sorry I am yawning. Oh my god. Does it still make you yawn when you just hear me and not see me do it? Sound off in the comments. Sound off in the comments, don't do that. Carol, I need you. I will follow you. Wait! Yes? When do we get to Halmont? Tomorrow, at the end of the morning. The end of the morning? Normally. We won't linger, though. Just enough time to leave Monica with the healers and do some trading. Oh, right, she is... Oh, okay, she is alive. We just have to drop her off at the, Had shit in my glasses. Not again. We'll leave again in the early afternoon. You exchange a look of understanding. You understand very well why it would be wrong to linger in Halmont. Very well, thank you. I will take advantage of this halt to replenish our stocks of herbs. Good idea. If you need particular items, take what you need from the caravan account. You're thinking of the items needed for artifact activation and the medicinal herbs. Thank you. You're welcome. Come on, Carol. See you later. You decide what you're going to do tonight. Go out and gather herbs, make remedies, prepare potions, and heal those who want it. Find information about the artifacts, continue your studies. Rest by the campfire. Let's see. So we have the herbs. Oh, excuse me. Fuck. We should probably, work on a remedy, right? So let's continue our studies this time. You decide to spend the evening studying. You take your grimoires and head for a quiet place in the camp. Is that how you say that? You settle down. I don't even know what that word means. You settle down and dive into your books. A moment passes. Give me 1 second. I have to turn off. Okay, never mind. I don't think this is... never mind. Okay, never mind. A moment passes. You are interrupted by a shadow on your grimoire. Wait, let me look up this word. I'm gonna keep saying this. I need to know what it means, right? Excuse me. Grimoire. Does that mean... My book of spells. Yeah, grimoire. Oh, okay. It's my spell book, my textbook of magic. You look up at Nath. Hello. Without waiting for your answer, Nath settles down beside you. Hello, Nath. Newman. Nath takes out his grimoires. Do you progress well? It could be worse, not really. I'll say it could be worse. Nath smiles to you. Beautiful state of mind. I learned about Monica. I feel sorry for you. It can't be easy. That's true. But I'm glad she's in good hands. I hope you're not putting too much pressure on yourself about the caravan. What do you mean by that? You see, Nath a little embarrassed. Let's just say that everyone knows you're still an apprentice. Do your best and no one will find anything wrong with it. You feel relieved by his words. I don't. But it makes you wonder. Are you talking about experience? Nath smiles. Yes. You hesitate to push the questioning. Why am I so parched again? Can you tell me a little more? Change the subject. I'll say the top one. Nath suddenly looks serious. Let's say that a lot has often been expected of me, but I will speak to you about it another time. A little disappointed, you nod. And otherwise a lot of spells to memorize. Yes, I should get started. I need a shave. Well, let's get to work. You start studying again. After a while, Nath stands up and stretches his arms. I'm having some issues. Hold on. Finished. Already? The time passes quickly. You notice that indeed, a lot of time has passed. It is getting darker and darker. You are disappointed not to have been able to advance more on your studies. What? Why? Nath realizes it. Do you need a hand? No, that's fine for tonight. I'd love to use your hand. Oh, I looked over at the camera again and shrugged. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing that by accident. You show him the passages. What? That are causing you problems. He helps you by explaining what he knows. Soon it is too dark to read. Well, I think that's the end of our session. Too bad, I still had more questions. Nath looks at you, thinking for a moment. No need to stop now. He stares at your book, concentrating. Oh, your book begins to emit a soft glow. Convenient. But didn't you need magic words? No, not for something so simple. And words are for memorized spells. But we're getting off the subject, aren't we? Yes. I'm parched already. Oh my god. You resume your study. You note distractedly that Sullivan plays, but you are concentrated. Thanks to Nath, you advance quickly. You estimate yourself satisfied with your progress of the evening. I need to get tea. That's what I need. Good. I believe that is enough for this evening. Are you sure? Yes, I abused enough of your kindness. Let's go and relax a bit instead. You will eat quietly by the fire. You speak a little about everything and nothing. You realize that Nath is informed on the gossips of the caravan. He is as gossipy as Carol. No wonder why they get along so well. At one point, you get lost in your thoughts. Nath notices it. Hey, Marf, you want to see something funny? What is it? You look at him quizzically. He looks at the fire and concentrates. The smoke from the fire begins to billow, then moves towards a mercenary. The mercenary in question is from behind, swaggering in front of merchants. He is bragging about his achievements to a skeptical audience. The smoke crawls towards him, but he doesn't notice it. The smoke then takes the shape of a hand. What? This hand of smoke pinches strongly the buttocks of the mercenary and disappears at once. The buttocks of the mercenary is the name of this episode. Give me one moment to write that down because that's... Oh, fuck. I was about to write that on my, roommate's mail that is in my room for some reason. I forgot. Hold on. Buttocks of the mercenary. It might be the name of the episode. Let's see what else happens. Maybe there'll be another something. Hold on. I'm also writing down something else. Guess. The mercenary turns over quickly by holding his posterior. What? But he sees nobody behind him. Who did this? His audience chuckles. He passes a suspicious glance on Nath and you. You try very hard not to burst out laughing, while Nath shows an innocent look. The audience of the mercenary laughs now, frankly. He leaves, offended. Fortunately, because you can't hold back your laughter any longer, Nath smiles at you, proud of his joke. Did you like it? It was not very nice for him, but it was funny. He made an unbelievable face. But you're right, maybe I should stop targeting him. Because it wasn't the first time? No, he's a very unpleasant guy, so I don't hold back. You see a mischievous glint in his eye. Poor guy. He'll never know where it came from. Also, it was the smoke, not the fire. Oh, fuck. I was gonna say, if it was a fire hand pinching his butt, he would have been screaming, right? Because it'd be too hot. If you keep pestering him, he's still going to make the connection after a while. Did you see the way he looked at us? Let me check my bag. I got nothing, okay. Good point. I'll stop then. But then, what joke could I make? Do you feel compelled to make any? Could you turn a barrel of water into wine? What? I don't know what the first one is saying. Let's do wine. Ah, that's Alchemist's humor. Why not? I'll think about it. We shouldn't run out of water because of a joke. The violence solves again? For a moment, that's what I was gonna say. I'm just gonna let it go. Are you from the Ullrey Magic Academy? Nath looks at you for a moment before answering. Yes, I studied there. But that was a while ago. You are surprised. Nath looks very young. How old are you? Probably about the age you would give me. 19? But I was the youngest mage to graduate in a century. Oh! It's been 5 years since I left the academy. What have you done in the meantime? Oh, a lot of things. I always have a lot of projects at the same time. Same, Gemini. Like what? I have some serious research projects. Vague, especially about our lost magical civilizations. But I also like to make fun things. Vague. I sell my inventions to a store in Ullrey. And when I have time, I travel. That's why you're in the caravan. Yes. Traveling allows you to come up with new ideas and meet new people. Nath stares at you. Speaking of meeting people, you feel yourself blushing. I find you very beautiful. Okay. Thank you. I was thinking, if you want, we could spend the rest of the evening in my tent. And it is not a retribution for my help. Yes, I'd rather not. Yes. We're the caravan slut, to be honest. Nath's smile gets bigger. I wonder what else gets bigger. He stands up and extends his hand to you. That's not his hand. Come. You cross the camp, hand in hand to Nath's tent. The tent looks small from the outside, but when you go inside you realize it is unusually big. I wonder what else... I'm not gonna say that. You know what I was gonna say, though. You suspect a magical intervention. Oh! In fact, the interior of his tent is very strange because there is a real bed and a living room with armchairs. There are several pieces of furniture. Nath notices your surprise. A mage's travel apartment. It allows you to travel with comfort. Please, sit down. You notice that once the canvas acting as the door is closed, you no longer hear the outside noises. You sit down on a chair and Nath is on the other. Some wine. You nod nervously. I'm gonna sip some water. Oh boy, am I parched. He gets up and takes out 2 glasses from a cupboard. Why did I say cupboard? Cupboard. And a bottle of red wine from another. You should like it. I like it a lot. Ooh, did you hear that? Boom. Nath then fills the glasses and takes one. 2 meetings. You take your glass and toast with him. And it sounds like this. I have 2 glasses of water in my room right now. Cheers, mate. Hold on. I'm pouring one. I'm an alchemist, okay? I'm mixing my potions. Relax. You take your glass and toast with him. A moment of doubt seizes you as you drink. Remembering Ewing's warnings. What warnings? You look at Nath first. When you see him drinking, you imitate him by mentally calling yourself paranoid. The wine is indeed very good. Tannic, with a pronounced taste of red fruits. You recognize one of the vintages growing near your home villages. Village? You tell Nath, who is the first to be surprised. I should have expected an alchemist to be able to recognize a wine, but I didn't know you had grown up in this area. You both talk for a moment about your native region. Nether regions. This leads you to talk about Monica and how important she has been in your life. Tears well up in your eyes. Hey, you mustn't cry. He moves closer to you and holds you in his arms. It's the wine. I'm a sad drunk. I know something that should cheer you up. You turn to him and he kisses you gently. You return the kiss. Soon, his tongue becomes inquisitive. You open your mouth to welcome him in. This indeed cheers you up. The fire which rises in you quickly replaces the melancholy, and your kiss becomes more passionate. Your heads are spinning and you don't know if it's the desire or the wine. Nath is both forward and attentive. You get lost in the sensations you give each other. This shared moment is intense and very satisfying. Finally, exhausted, you remain in silence against each other in Nath's bed. The Nath breaks the silence. I believe that I am going to fall asleep. Do you want to stay here for the night? You want to, but finally decline. What? You wish each other a good night with a last kiss and you go to your bunk. Why'd you do that? You come by to check on your master once again. Her condition has not changed since she is in stasis. You hope that everything goes well tomorrow and that the healers of Hallmont are available. Not being very tired, you look at the stars. Ain't no stars up here, and think about the future. What will you do after this trip? You sense that this will be a turning point in your relationship with your master, which makes it all the more sad that she will not be able to continue with you. Pushing away the sadness, you weigh your alternatives. Will you fly on your own, or will you stay and study again? And if you leave, what will you do? Will you be a traveling alchemist? A royal alchemist? Will you open a shop? If yes, in which city? You brood over these questions as sleep takes hold of you. You wake up as a new day opens before you. Here we are. And I am going to end the episode there, make myself a cup of tea, and drink a whole lot more water because I'm fucking parched. It was a nice night with Nath. It wasn't, passionate lovemaking as some people like to call it. And some people that it does not include me in that grouping. I don't call it that. Fine if you do. Oh shit. It's almost February. Fuck. By the time this comes out, it will be February. Wowee. What happened to the year already? It's already gone by so quickly. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I guess we're maybe getting close to the middle ways of the game, if this is where Hallmont is. So yeah, I have to stop talking right now, and I need to get some beverages inside of me. And I hope you get some beverages and whatever else you like inside of you too. And we'll talk soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. I'm doing the peace sign, but you can't see it, but I am. Bye.